Yes. Ooh, what's happening, my friend?
Hi, it's been way, way, way too long.
I know. I before we got on this call, I was going back to the YouTube, my YouTube channel, and I was trying to find that interview, and I wanted to know when it was, like what date it was, but there was just too many videos, and then I saw that you were in the room. So when was that? The one
Hmm.
in my office.
I know it was summertime, and I want to think it was 2021, maybe.
Wow.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah, something like that, right? I couldn't find it because it's like that's going back a while. But I remember that particular interview that we did
Mhm.
got like so many views, so many comments, and we've actually republished it on the Wealth Genius channel, actually twice. Um, I gotta milk the good interview, you know? But so many good comments, and I sometimes, when people get together and they're just like in a vibe and there's just like a good energy, I think it created really good content for people. So if you're listening to this now, Thursday, December the 5th, 2024, you can go back to 2021 somewhere, and you'll see me and Adriana vibing in a really good zone. We were in a good energy, in a good, really good energy, and it created for really good content. And I know a lot of people have reached out and said, "Hey, Alfonso, Adriana, like, certain things that she said on that interview made me reflect on my own life, and the trajectory has changed, and so I love that. And now we're here in the future, in the present, 2024. What's going on?
Yeah, I love it. All I keep thinking is there's so much more of where that came from. And it's new and it's fresh and it's cutting edge and leading edge and there's just more goodness to come, more growth. How much have you and
Yeah.
I grown in the
Oh my
last
goodness, we had no
four
clue.
years?
We have no clue, and of course, we're leading up to our Expand conference. Now our sixth Expand, December 13, 14, 15, Toronto, Western Harbor Castle. I'm excited. You're going to be speaking. You're going to be all over the place. You're going to be on panels. You're going to be, you got a section where you're going to be talking about something maybe that you haven't really talked about on stage too much, but it's really ties back to that interview. We'll talk about that in just a moment, and you'll be in the breakout sections, and so I'm excited. And going back to that 2021, interview where Wealth Genius we didn't even know how it all would unfold. I don't even think we even did our first expand at that point yet. But I know that definitely our membership was like below 100. We're just getting started. We're just babies in the industry. And now, 1,200 members later, here we are.
You know what, you say that, but that's never how I saw you. Like from the moment we talked, I saw the giants that you are right away, even without the big membership count. I just knew it. It was just looking back now, I could just foresee what was coming for you because it was so clear coming out of you.
Thank you, thank you. And you've been here the whole time.
Yeah,
You've
I
been
love
you're
it.
you're one of the OGs over here.
So good. And Expand is one of my favorite events of the year every year. And like, every time it comes around, because we get to enjoy one more than once a year. I don't go to a lot of conferences, to be honest. I don't do too many events. That's just because I feel blessed to protect my time and energy towards the people and my family and the kids and all of that. But like when Expand comes around, I'm always so excited. As you can see, I started posting about it. I haven't been posting that much, but I'm just excited and I love it. It's one of my favorite events of the year.
So you have questions for me, and I have questions for you. So
Yes.
tying back to that 2021 interview that we did, which, we started off as a real estate interview, but it turned into so much more, And I think this is why I love just like pressing record and seeing what happens. I think it's more organic that way. But your talk at Expand is going to be a little bit different. You want to talk about it? You want to share a little bit, or you want to leave it as a surprise?
No, I love to share something. You know me really well. You've
Yeah.
been my coach and mentor for so long. We're also friends, and you've seen me go through all kinds of things, personally, professionally, business, all of it. And you've seen the growth and the work that I put into everything that I'm doing. And this past, I'd say I'm so intentional, but I'm going to say even this past 6 months, I discovered the secret weapon, the secret formula on how to really get to such a more rapid growth in your life. Um, that goes way beyond, the things that we imagine growth to bring in terms of depth, in terms of like growth, in terms of connection, in terms of expansion. And so my talk from stage is going to be why the top three reasons why we get stuck. Because every time you talk to somebody, they're stuck somewhere in
I've,
something
I've
within
been
their life.
stuck. I've been stuck a few times in my life. You know what I mean? And I love this subject. I mean, I think it can resonate with a lot of people.
And I'm going to share with you the first one. Okay, we're going to talk about the three
We're getting,
reasons
we're
why.
getting, so we're getting a little taste.
You're getting a little taste, and this is the first one. What I love about this work too is it collapses time and how quickly you can get unstuck and how quickly you can get to the next phase of you. So, the first reason why people get stuck is because they reach their capacity of what they believe they can do. They reach their capacity and then they can't see beyond that. And now they get into a loop of repeating the same things and the same conversations and the same thoughts and the same patterns. And they feel stuck. They can't see beyond because their capacity is now capped. This is why I love the name Expand. I know you do it very intentionally because there is a secret weapon on how you get over that, how you get over from being stuck, from being having reached your own capacity. And it can happen like this. And it's such a beautiful share that I can't wait to share with everybody how I've been able to do it even over the last 6 months.
Woo! I like that. Expand is, and I love the fact that we are in this particular time in history. And if it if it feels uncomfortable for some people, it's because we are expanding, right? And a lot of us are expanding, but we're not being intentional about it. We don't know what we're expanding into. And so I think what you're describing is being more intentional. 2025 is going to bring about a lot of ups and downs, just like every other year has ever brought. But this 2025 is going to be special. And I think there is an opportunity to grow and expand. And this is going to be an opportunity for people to hit the ground running.
I feel there's a calling. There's
Yes.
a calling out right now as
There's
we enter
something in the
2025.
energy. There's
Yeah.
something like it, and because we're uncomfortable, that means that there's some that we are growing. Like humanity as a whole is uncomfortable right now, and this is exactly where we need to be. That's where we grow. That's where we expand. So we don't reach that capacity. We can shatter the imaginary ceiling that we all put on ourselves and expand.
And here's the thing. We will all reach our capacities at some point in time. We do. We expand and then we grow into that new expansion and then we reach capacity again. And now here we go. We're back at how do we get ourselves into expanding again, into breaking through ceilings, limiting beliefs, patterns, behaviors, conversations. There's some really beautiful practices that I'm going to be sharing from stage that are so good to do. You can do it at home and you can do it on your day to day. That's going to break through things in your business, in how much money you're bringing, in attracting, in your love relationships, in so many other ways. So I'm very excited to share that.
I love it. December 13, 14, 15. December 13, 14, 15. Adriana is coming with the goods, and she's going to be helping everyone at expand. And so I love that so much. What else? What else is new?
Hmm. How about I ask you a question?
Good.
So
Let's go.
as earlier, I was thinking like, here's my question for you. If you were to set one intention for what you hope everyone that comes to expand will get out of it, what would it be?
Well, the intention has to be expansion. I want everyone to tap into more of what they're capable of, not just for the real estate uh, component, but impact, social impact. Um, the real estate for me is a vehicle, and I love it to death. I love real estate, but as a community, we can do so much more. And so, tapping into more of what we're capable of in terms of expansion, breaking that ceiling, moving forward, having social impact, spending more time with our families, spending more time. That's what true wealth is. Now, when people talk about this wealth transfer, the biggest wealth transfer in history, which I believe it's coming our way, the people that are going to be in this building at Expand are going to learn all the tools, all the tools that they're going to need in order to make 2025 the best year of their lives. Um, and from that will be the catalyst that's going to create more time, more impact, more love, more beauty, more investing, more creation, more building, all of the stuff that comes as a result of expansion, right? So my intention is, um, let's let's break through the ceilings, because let's talk about social impact. People say, well, when I make money, then I'm going to be able to have a, social impact. When I make money, then I'm going to spend more time with my family. When I make money, I'm going to now dedicate myself more to my church. But you can do all of the things that you want all at the same time. Like when we talk about expansion, I want people to expand in all categories of life. And I want people to have a really good life, because a life is meant to be well lived. That's the point. And it's not just about making money. It's making money and.
What is one way that you have expanded in the last year?
Well, my the definitely the social impact has been something that's been very close to me this year. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd ever be flying to Sierra Leone, Africa, being involved, being so close to the work, and having the opportunity to help so many people. So a big part of the things that drive me is like this vision of teaching financial literacy to young people globally. Currently, we've put 6,500 young people through this program, including in Sierra Leone, because I went there. Not only are we building a school with Tara, and how all that came about, but the vision of now that I was like, okay, maybe I can be in a position where I can bring financial literacy to young people globally. I'm talking about millions of young people, and that's work that nobody, I don't think nobody is passionate, or as passionate, or maybe some people might be as passionate, but no one, I haven't seen it out there. because all of the impact that people are having, which it's good, people are bringing money, people are bringing food and support and religion and a lot of amazing things to these developing nations. The one thing where I felt where the world was falling short is the financial literacy component, and that's where I have expanded this year. I've really I could really see 10 steps ahead of how exactly I'm going to do this, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. So, such a beautiful vision, and it's so nice to witness it and watch you doing it and talking about it. So,
I used to
I'm,
talk about it a lot,
hmm.
but I never did it, you know.
Ah,
And
okay. So, what caused that change?
I just, the I know that a lot of people want to help. I know people want to have social impact. I happen to believe that the world is good, and I would say most people, the belief is when I have money, then I'll give money. When I get there, then I'll do the things. And I think I was just like a victim of that. It was just like, let me build this thing first, and then I can, have a social impact. But I could be gone tomorrow.
Yes, any
So
of us can.
I think it hit me. So I've always been someone I've given up my time. I've worked with a lot of organizations. We're working with Liberty for Youth. Um, we have our own foundation, the Cuadra Youth Foundation, where we've done very local events in Canada and whatnot. We did a retreat last year, I believe, in the Dominican Republic, and we brought some school supplies to the school. And I was, so excited, and I got to connect with the kids, and then I was talking to the teacher, about financial literacy, and this is kind of like what I wanted to do. And she's like, "Yeah, the kids would love that." The issue right now is that they're closing the school. I'm like, "They're closing the school? What do you mean they're closing the school?" She's like, "Yeah, they're having the owner of the school sold the property, and then they have to find another school somewhere." And that that made me realize a few things. Some young people in this world don't, before you can even get to financial literacy, um they
Hmm.
need a proper building to go to school and learn, and the second that started to happen in my brain, I thought, oh, maybe this is the how I can contribute. I can build schools, or things like that. And so I went down that road. I called people. I tried to figure it out. Essentially, at first I wanted to go to El Salvador, where I'm from. And you know, all of those doors and all of that led me to working with Freedom Tree, which they already have infrastructure. And Tara, she's already doing it, and I just wanted to be in a position where I could support. And a lot of people have this idea. It's very similar like real estate. It's like, oh, I don't want any partnerships, or I want to do the deal myself, or whatever it is. But that limits you from expansion, because the gap between where you are and where you want to go is always people. And so collaboration, working with others, that opened up everything, because I don't have to be the one that has to do all of the things. And that collaboration it made me realize that I can do this now. Like I don't need to wait to figure it out till like 2026, 2025, or whatever year in the future, because the very same way I grew the real estate portfolio, you know, um, working with others, collaboration. the same way that we're going to grow the social impact in the Cuadra Youth Foundation. Now we can work with other organizations and help them, and I can bring the strengths that I bring to the table, and then they have infrastructure to be able to do things the right way. And so that's what changed. What changed is I was now actually expanding, and I was allowing things to be where before I thought, okay, I need to do all of these things myself.
I feel like if you were to break down a little bit of that process by experiencing things like going to the Dominican Republic at school, it opened up a possibility for you that you may have not known was there in the first place, right? And
Yeah.
that's like the moment that the possibility opens up, now you're starting to tap into some new spheres around you and some new points of attraction. Now you're attracting different conversations and different people and different opportunities. And one thing, as you said, one thing leads to another as all the way, and you don't quite know what it's going to look like. And you don't
No.
quite know how it's all going to come together. You
Yeah.
don't fully know what's going to happen from here either, but you are leaning in to these different doors that are opening in conversations that feel good, that feel right, that feel aligned, and the answers are coming to you one answer at a time and one step at a time.
Inspired action, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So the second you put out an intention out there, um, situations are going to be presented to you. Your job is to be aware and follow inspired action. And that's what I do. That's how I found myself. I woke up one morning, I'm in Sierra Leone, Africa, and I was like, whoa, how did I get here? Right. And it was like I just followed inspired action, right? I just continued to follow. And then that's how we build Wealth Genius. I mean, there's no if like back to 2021, if you would have asked me, what's the vision? Where are you going? I said, I don't know. I want to help as many people as possible. And we just put one step in front of the other. We couldn't see the full thing, but we could see, what was in front of us. And ultimately, it's the collaboration, like uh, the reason it's called Wealth Genius and not Alfonso Cuadra's group. It's because I wanted to tap into everyone's geniuses. And if everybody can plug in their genius, now it really becomes an organism, something that it's alive. And expand is the that conference that puts all of these pieces together.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That's definitely inspiring for all of us.
I love it. I love it. So that's another one for the books, another interview for the books. This is going to go on our podcast, by the way, and people will get to enjoy it for many years to come, just the way they enjoyed our last interview back in 2021. If you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, go check it out. The energy was aligned just the way it is right now, and Adriana is going to be at Expand, and she's gonna teach us the three ways. What was the talk again?
3 reasons why we get stuck
Three reasons why we get stuck. I love
and
it.
how to get unstuck.
Yeah. Well, if we first of all we need to understand why we're stuck, because then we just don't do those things, and then we can
Yeah, you
expand.
need to know where you are so you
Yes.
know like where to go from here. Yes.
So December 13, 14, 15, that's the date. Where do you get your tickets? Well, if you're following Adriana, you can connect her directly, DM her. You can go to wealthgenius.ai /expand. We have a Cyber Days offering promo. If you connect with me, DM me, and we'll figure it out. You need to be there. If you're not there, it's the one of those events that on the Monday morning where you see all the pictures and everyone having a good time at the gala and everything, you're gonna get a little FOMO. And why? No need. You could have just came to the event. Expand Wealth Genius, December 13, 14, 15. Adriana, thank you so much. Love you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. See you there.